You're listening to the Cyberwire Network, powered by N2K.
What's your 2 a.m. security worry? Is it, do I have the right controls in place? Maybe, are my vendors secure? Or the one that really keeps you up at night, how do I get out from under these old tools and manual processes? That's where Vanta comes in. Vanta automates the manual work so you can stop sweating over spreadsheets, chasing audit evidence, and filling out endless questionnaires. Their trust management platform continuously monitors your systems, centralizes your data, and simplifies your security at scale. And it fits right into your workflows, using AI to streamline evidence collection, flag risks, and keep your program audit ready, all the time. With Vanta, you get everything you need to move faster, scale confidently, and finally, get back to sleep. Get started at vanta.com/cyber. That's VANTA.com/cyber.
Hello, my name is Kristin Strand. I am a Cybersecurity Associate Consultant at BARR Advisory. As I was growing up, I always wanted to be a teacher. I can remember from about second grade. I was playing basketball in high school, and one of the coaches was actually a recruiter, and he knew I wanted to go to college, but wasn't going to be able to, pay for everything out of pocket. And so he sold me that line that the military would pay for my schooling. And so there I was, signed up in the Army. I definitely expected it to be hard, and it was. But I kind of approached it like I approached many things that I found to be difficult. Find someone that I know already did it, and I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it. And that got me through basic training and then through a lot of the things that I wanted to accomplish as far as the Army was concerned. I went to college. I originally thought I was going to teach phys ed, and I just actually found the content to be pretty boring. So then I changed my major to teach math. So that's what I did for about 6 years. I enjoyed it. I like solving problems and knowing that I got to the right answer. Teaching is rewarding, but not very lucrative. And I have a family, so I wanted to make more money. Originally, I felt like being a teacher was a stable job security. The world will always need teachers. So in career changing, I also thought about, okay, what job can I get that can also be just as rewarding, but also job security, like, where is the world going? And so, of course, I thought computers, IT, and so that's how I decided to get into IT. I always considered myself to be pretty tech savvy, by looking at YouTube or trial and error, able to figure out things, but just, general things like I feel like I could learn to do anything. So when I first started out in the Army, I was a flight operations specialist working with pilots that flew helicopters and checking their logs, their plans, and then checking in with them, making sure that they were on course, not experiencing any difficulties in flight, and checking them back in when they got back. Once I decided that I wanted to get into IT in the civilian side, to try and get some background, I changed my job specialty to IT. But it actually turns out that as a 25 Bravo, I was in a signal position, and we worked mostly with antennas. So not really what I wanted to do, civilian side. So I'm actually training now to go and be a drill sergeant. So going to have a whole new job specialty. Going to be more in line with what I did in the civilian side, bringing in new soldiers and kind of teaching them the Army way. Trying to get the training that I needed to get into IT. So I went through the Department of Labor. They then connected me with Apprenti. I was able to attend this 12-week program that paid me while I went, so kind of like a job. And I went to class from 9 to 5 5 days a week for 12 weeks, and they pay for my certifications and train me, and here I am in cybersecurity. I have a plethora of engagements or projects, if you will, that I'm working on, and I kind of really self-manage throughout the day, maybe have meetings with internal coworkers or clients, and I have deadlines and due dates. I am so happy that I made these moves. It's better than what I thought that it could be. And that's just because of the company that I work for. I really believe that the culture there at BARR and, they really care about the employee. And I see myself, being here for a while. And I love what I'm doing now. My go-to words of wisdom since I've started this whole process is just to make sure you know what you want, have your goals set out and to stick to it. Be firm in those goals and expressing them. I know when I first started out with the apprentice program, being in the military and wanting to progress in IT and looking at cybersecurity, a lot of people told me, a good way to get into the IT industry is through help desk. And I knew that wasn't the type of job that I wanted, but I was willing, to go that route if I had to. But I really was not wanting to do help desk, to deal with angry people day in and day out who can't get their stuff to work. I got offered actually through Apprenti to do a help desk position first, but I knew that's not what I wanted to do. So I stood firm and I said, no, I'm not going to take it. I'm going to wait for cybersecurity to come along. They called me twice to offer me help desk, and I declined it twice, standing firm on knowing what I wanted. And cybersecurity came along, and it's really been the best decision that I made to stand firm and to know what I wanted and to wait for it to come around.
At Thales, they know cybersecurity can be tough and you can't protect everything. But with Thales, you can secure what matters most. With Thales's industry-leading platforms, you can protect critical applications, data, and identities, anywhere and at scale with the highest ROI. That's why the most trusted brands and largest banks, retailers, and healthcare companies in the world rely on Thales to protect what matters most: applications, data, and identity. That's Thales. THALES. Learn more at thalesgroup.com/cyber. Cyber Innovation Day is the premier event for cyber startups, researchers, and top VC firms building trust into tomorrow's digital world. Kick off the day with unfiltered insights and panels on securing tomorrow's technology. In the afternoon, the 8th annual Data Tribe Challenge takes center stage as elite startups pitch for exposure, acceleration, and funding. The Innovation Expo runs all day, connecting founders, investors, and researchers around breakthroughs in cybersecurity. It all happens November 4th in Washington, D.C. Discover the startups building the future of cyber. Learn more at cid.datatribe.com.